Hi, my name is Eno and I'm from Ibibio Sound Machine, all the way from London. Well, Ibibio Sound Machine started with myself and a group of friends that have been working together for many years. It was kind of a concept of like putting music to the lyrical language, which is Ibibio, which comes from the southeastern part of Nigeria. This is a language that my grandmother and my mom often spoke to me when I was growing up in Nigeria. I mean, even though I was born in London, but I spent most of my formative life in Nigeria. So a lot of stories, like moral stories and cultural stories were told in the Ibibio language. And I remember like trying to like refer to that and tell some of the stories to the guys in the band. The studio project is obviously the birthing of the project, and then obviously taking it on the road is like, you know, giving birth and showing it forth to the audience. And especially if the people like it and vibe with it and enjoy it, that's kind of what, you know, makes the circle a complete circle, because now you've done something, you know, you put the work to it, you kind of conceived it, and you now breathe life into it by bringing it on stage. And it's always great to have a great audience as well, because everyone in the band really loves and are passionate about the music and passionate about what they do. So you kind of feel that through the music, because the music is just about celebrating that music and bringing to life that whole concept of, you know, the Afro music and the fusion of electronic sound all mixed together. I guess it was also trying to create something new and something unique. That's why, you know, you see what you see at the live show. Well, yes, flamboyant costuming on stage. I mean, I've seen lots of shows, Broadway shows, Western shows, concerts, and one thing that always takes me back is just the visual, you know, the whole, you know, costuming, the show, the visual, just what you see apart from just the performance and the music. There's so much about, you know, putting on the show. So, I mean, I kind of lent a little bit of that and felt like it would be nice, you know, to just go a little bit over the top. Of course, not go crazy, but just give it a little bit of a visual, you know, oomph. My parents, both my parents really loved Fela growing up. They listened to Fela a lot, but we as children were not allowed to listen to him because my mom particularly thought he was quite controversial and a troublemaker, and she didn't quite like the idea of us watching, you know, half-naked girls, you know, gallivanting about the stage. So it wasn't until I got much older that I actually like started to listen to his music and appreciate a lot of the stuff he was talking about. Even though it was quite political, there was a lot of, you know, truth, you know, in his music. You know, he was saying a lot of things that made sense and trying to, like, you know, speak the truth in his music, even though he was quite controversial. So I mean, in terms of influence, I mean, the influence, I mean, you can hear like so many others apart from Afrobeat. You can hear like Talking Heads from Leon's influence. You can hear the whole jazz sound from Max's influence as well, and then also the high life from Alfred's own, you know, liking of high life music, and then of course the Brazilian flair from Anselmo, and then everyone's influence, and my also influence as well, liking the whole Western music and the African music, the whole merging of the two cultures, like the disco and the high life and the Afrobeat, all that comes to play in the music. I would say it's human music, because I always say music is quite a universal language, and sometimes even though people don't understand, because I've been really taken by how the audience really take to the music. I mean, sometimes when I teach a few lines of Ibibio and they're like so anxious and really eager to sing along, and that really takes me back. It just goes to show that music is really universal, and as long as the spiritual content is, you know, quite clean and good, and, you know, people can vibe with it, it just moves people to just want to celebrate and dance, really.